Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Ministry of Health announcement on April 6, 2021, Tay Ninh recorded 5 more positive cases with SARS-CoV-2 virus, all are imported.
5 newly recorded patients unimported include patients from the number of 2,644 to 2,648. On patients are those who enter Vietnam through Mộc International Border Gate and are concentrated in quarantine area at May the First Rubber Farm in Tân Châu District and the quarantine area of Bến Cầu Medical Center when they employed. In the quarantine area, the patients were sampled and sent to the General Hospital for screening tests for suspected SARS-CoV-2, and the sample was also transferred to CDC of the Ninh province to confirm positive results with SARS-CoV-2 on April 6 of 2021. The patients have been isolated, monitored, and treated at Bến Cầu District Medical Center, and the health of 5 patients currently has no fever, no cough, and no difficulties in breathing. The cases of near contact with 5 patients are 14, and cases are being isolated and sampled and sent to the CDC for confirmation. Thus, up to now, Tay Ninh has recorded 35 cases of COVID-19 infection, in which 16 patients have been treated on patient at the people of interest, and no cases for infection have been recorded in the community.
In the morning of April 6, 2021, the Commission for Popularization and Education of the Ninh Provincial Party Committee, coordinated with the Department of Information and Communication and the Provincial Journalists Association, held a press conference for the first quarter of 2021, simultaneously provided some important information to press agencies inside and outside the province. In the first quarter of 2021, the press agencies of the province, the press agencies of the central government, the press outside the province were operating in the area of the promptly reflecting activities of leadership, direction, and administration of the party committee at all levels and authorities. Accordingly and vividly relate the result achieved by all levels, branches, units, and localities in the implementation of the tasks of socio-economic development, national defense, security, and party building. Special, the press agency have a company focusing on the propaganda to bring the resolution of the 11th Provincial Party Congress and the resolution of the 13th National Congress of the party into life. Propagate the election of deputy to the 15th National Assembly and the People Council at all levels for the term 2021-2026. In addition, the media has strengthened propaganda on the leadership and the direction of the party committee at all levels. The authorities in implementing the COVID-19 epidemic prevention contribute to stability, releasing the party guidelines and laws, the state legal policy and laws, and the solution that the government at all levels. Local authorities in realizing the goal to effectively prevent and control COVID-19 epidemic and restore and develop the local socio-economic development. The fight and the direct counter argument against false and malicious information and views on Tay Ninh newspaper, Tay Ninh radio and television station have changed well, contributing to clear information on the situation and directing public opinion, protecting the view, the party guidelines and laws, the state legal policy and laws. At the conference, the central and local press agencies were also provided with some important information in transport field, such as Ho Chi Minh Mộc Expressway project implementation, plan to operate the Saigon River Waterway, connecting Tay Ninh with the port cluster number 5, progress implementing the number of key transport projects in the province.
And ladies and gentlemen, according to the assessment of Provincial People's Council after the monitoring and inspection of the election of the 15th National Assembly deputies and the People Council deputies at all levels, the term of 2021 to 2026. The election work has been carried out in accordance with the law on election, basically meeting the requirements of content and progress according to the proposed plan. However, the work of reviewing and making electoral rolls in some localities is still facing many difficulties. The review and establishment of electoral rolls in a number of localities in the province shows that the method of reviewing and making a list of voters are consistent. Some localities have quite a large temporary register, but the number of places of election has not been clarified. Meanwhile, some other localities have identified that the objects are not included in electoral rolls are not accurate, strict, and have not adhered to the provision of law, leading to inaccurate in the figures of electors in the area. Most obviously, cases like incapacity for civil acts, the people who have not moved to another locality without the import notice, the people who have registered for permanent residence but work away from home, the electoral data provided by provincial statistical office, and the electoral data according to national data on population provided by the police when reviewing the electoral list have a big difference, which must be reviewed and corrected many times.
Moving on to other remarkable information. In the morning of April 6, the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism and Sunroof had a press conference to officially announce the large-scale Baden Mountain Marathon 2021. The first time was held in Tay Ninh. Attending the press conference, there were Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, standing vice chairman of the Provincial People Committee, Ms. Nguyễn Lâm Như Thùy, General Director of Tay Ninh Solar Charge Stock Company. With the team running step, Baden Mountain Marathon 2021 will take place on April 24 to 25, 2021, with 4 distances: 42 km, 21 km, 10 km, and 5 km. This is the first marathon run of the Ninh province for all subjects in the territory of Vietnam, celebrating the 46th anniversary of the liberation of the South. Participating in the race, athletes will immerse themselves in their journey to explore the beautiful and rich Tay Ninh land on impressive running tracks. Starting from the square of Sunroof Baden Mountain, marking Baden Mountain, the roof of the show is the center. The specially designed running tracks around and along the slope, through the Brams, the beautiful natural scenery, flowing green to the center of the province and back to the foot of the Baden Mountain. Speaking at the press conference, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, standing vice chairman of the Tay Ninh Provincial People Committee, said, Baden Mountain Marathon 2021 is the first large-scale amateur race held in Tay Ninh Province for all subjects nationwide. Through the tournament, we will promote the beautiful image of Tay Ninh to people and tourists nationwide. At the same time, read the spirit of responsible tourism, discover Tay Ninh exciting through every step of the run. At the press conference, the organizer answered questions from reporters of the media about other points of the Baden Mountain Marathon 2021, about prevention and control COVID-19 epidemic, road area for the race on the runway, water-specific intake points for the athlete on track. The rules of the tournament have something special about the historical relic and landscape of the province. Sharing the spirit of the Baden Mountain Marathon 2021, Ambassador Thanh Vũ, the first Asian female athlete and one of 13 women worldwide to complete the challenge of running through 4 wide deserts and most hazards in the world, share. Together with the organizers of the Run with the Team Running Step, we want to call the community to join hands in preserving nature and environment. Rules 3 specific actions: no litter, planting tree, responsible tourism to contribute to preserving and beautifying the destination, building and promoting a green, lean, beautiful tourism image in the eyes of the domestic and international tourists. Up to now, the tournament has more than 2,500 athletes registered. But the Mountain Marathon 2021's world structure consists of 25 awards, with a total cash value up to now 120 million Vietnam đồng, with distance and air award. Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station will be the media sponsor, update and supporting information by event, live broadcast of the tournament progress on channel TTV11, fan page, YouTube, TayNinhTV mobile application, official website of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, TayNinhTV.vn. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of April 6, in Hương Thuận Commune, the People Committee of Tam Ban Thao held a dialogue and mobilized households according to a petition to adjust the decision of the Logistics Center Project, ICD Port and Tay Ninh General Port. Attending the dialogue, there were Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Tài, Director of the Provincial Department of Transport, Mr. Trần Quang Sang, Deputy Director of the Department of Natural Resources and Environment of the province, Mr. Trần Minh Tâm, Vice Chairman of the Thao People's Committee, chaired the dialogue. According to the plan in the decision number 1969 of the People's Committee of the Ninh Province, Logistics Center ICT Bright Port and General Port have a total area up to 159.22 hectares, including Logistics Center 159.7 hectares, Right Port 48.94 hectares, and 50.58 hectare General Port. The north and the southwest border on the Saigon River, the Eastern Fruit Company Limited. The southwest borders on the residential area on the road DT789, a setback distance of 60 meters compared to the planned roadway DT789. And provincial road DT789, the northwest borders on Ho Chi Minh Road. At the dialogue session, there were 4 comments from the people that were in high agreement with the policy of the Provincial People Committee on project implementation. However, the people want the Provincial People Committee to consider adjusting the project planning according to the content of the petition. Speaking at the dialogue, Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Tài, Director of the Department of Transport of the province, informed the people about the scale and sustainability of the project for promoting the development of key economic. At the same time, we want the people to sympathize with, share, and support the policy of the People Committee of the province and town so that the project is implemented as scheduled. Opinion and recommendations of the people will be recorded and reported by the provincial departments, branches, and the town People Committee so that the provincial People Committee will have a solution in the shortest time. Ladies and gentlemen, on April 5, 2021, Mitsubishi Electric and Teach for Vietnam organized the Education and Training Department to sponsor the construction of STEM creative space for secondary schools in Tân Châu District.
In this phase, Tân Châu has about 3 secondary schools founded to build STEM classroom and STEM garden, including Thao Secondary School, Su Giai Secondary School, and Thanh Dong Secondary School. Total funding for the construction and training for teachers is more than 300 million Vietnam dong. Through this program, to inspire the teachers and students in STEM teaching and learning, spread the creative thinking, system thinking, the skill needed for 21st century to teachers as well as the people. The rural areas begins with specifically with the construction of STEM rooms and STEM gardens, training of STEM education-oriented teaching capacity, and handing over the STEM program to local teachers. From there, creating an ecosystem to support sustainable education and multilateral impact.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.